Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Um, have you guys ever seen, like, you're browsing on Etsy or Amazon and you see these cute paper bundles? They are so stacked with a bunch of good looking papers. They're wrapped with string and ribbons, and you're like, oh, I gotta have that, right? And I was browsing the other day and I was thinking, why do I want this? Because I was almost ready to purchase it, and you can see I do not need to purchase any more paper. Okay, so I was going to purchase it, and then I realized I didn't want the papers. I wanted the whole presentation, the binding, the whole thing. And then I realized, how can I make this for junk journals, right? So that got me to thinking, and then I realized I already have all the supplies necessary for this. Okay, so I used to store my paper like this. This is how I used to store my scraps. I would cut them to be this, you can see this is a mess. I would cut them to be the sizes of standard papers, 5x5, 6x6, 4x4, 3x3s, that type of thing. And then sometimes they were not the standard size like this one. So that's more of a tag shape, and then, to cut it into a tag size. So, but I also have these little bits, just randomness. So, yeah, so I stopped storing them this way because I stored them this way. This went into a drawer and I never saw them again. Yeah, so this tub has been not utilized very well at all. So in the meantime, I started storing my scraps in envelopes like this, and then I label them. I have a whole drawer full right here beside me, and each one of them is labeled something a little different, but I sort them. This one is single-sided pattern paper, and as you can imagine, I also have double-sided pattern paper, and then I have plain cardstock and etc. But for today's project, we're going to use the single-sided pattern paper to make these. You could use thicker, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if they're single-sided, they could be double-sided. This is just whatever you got on hand. This is definitely for a scraps kind of deal. And now I'll show you some images that I saw on Etsy and what inspired me. Okay, so I'll put those up. And you can see that these are beautifully packaged, and they just make you want to unwrap them and go through them, or just to look at them because they're aesthetically pleasing to the eye. And that's what I wanted to create and capture. Okay, so here's some of the ones that I have made. I'll just lay them out here so you can see them. Hopefully you guys can see these. So these are the ones that I made that was inspired by those Etsy ones. So yeah, this stack, you can see I didn't completely conform to their view, and it's a lot thinner pack. My packs are not that thick because I want these to fit into my junk journals, because these would be ideal for a big pocket or a tuck spot, because you can pull them out and kind of utilize them for a day or a month and then put them back in. You can easily wrap these. Each one of mine, I wrapped a little bit differently. Oops, that one, you can't see the flower fell out. Let me see this one. Okay, so this one, I just used some of this twiny green thread, and I put a doily right here and some flowers with it. A collage piece right here on the front, but otherwise the pieces, as you can see, kind of just sit in here and they're all bound together. This stack right down here is more orangey tones. I just had a little scrap of, I don't even know what that is. It's not really lace. It's just a scrap of fabric that was left over that I tucked in there. This is one of my favorites. I like the binding on this one. I did different binding techniques for each one, trying to find a more pleasing aesthetic that I liked. And this one kind of fell apart a little bit. But yeah, this one is, you can't see the orange flowers, so I might move it. There you go. Now you can see the red flowers. I said orange, but I meant red. And so this one has a different binding system. And so all of these will fit nicely in your junk journal. Okay, so this is what we're going to make today. We're just going to throw together some of these. I have, as you can see, we're going to start with my bin. There's two or three different ways that you could start. What I did with a couple, let me just bring them back so I could show you real quick. Okay, so with this one, I started with the back piece first. So that was the size that I needed to make all my paper smaller than this back piece. Let me see. This one, I started with this pretty paper and got the size that I wanted for the pretty paper in the front and built them larger and larger and larger until I got to the back piece. So each one can be built slightly different. You could just start, but this time we're going to start it a little bit different. We are going to pick the pretty piece up front and just build from the collars off of the pretty piece. Okay, so I think I'll start with something in here. Let me just reach in here. It doesn't have to, this is my scraps, so you can see that I don't have a whole lot of, didn't have anything planned out, so let's just pick something. There's got to be something that I like. It's of a pretty decent size. Okay, so, oh, also, the very, very back piece should probably be, here's one. We're going to start with this one. It should probably be a little bit thicker because that's where the string, we don't want the string to be bending the paper too much. This one is medium weight, I would say. It's not completely cardstock, but it's not really thin copy paper. This is actually scrapbook paper that I purchased. So we're going to start here with this piece. And now I'm just going to grab some stuff. Actually, you know what? Let's do them. Just do a whole bunch at the same time. Okay. That way you guys can see the whole experience. Let me just grab something here. Okay. This one's cute. Let's, I like this one. So, oh, that matches that. Maybe I should, okay. I'm going to use that one in there. Okay. So I got some here and I'm just going to lay out my collars, I think. What colors do I like? Let's see. Okay, see, I'm just going to go matchy-matchy. So for this one, we got to give a little bit of pizzazz into there. Let's see what else we got in my bin. I got some plain cardstock, of course. Oh, I have these. So I do like this. Since I started both of these with font, I probably shouldn't add any more font to them. Let's see what we got. So I got more font pieces. Purple. I don't think purple will match. More font. I got this red. Well, okay, here's that's a little bit too thin. I'd use this pink, but it's too thin. See how thin that is? We can't use that in the very back. So let me see if I can find one more heavy piece to use. Okay, so let's use this one. I'm just going to use my ruler and cut this down so that it's not so big. But for right now, we'll just start with that one. I'm going to sit that one there and this one in the middle. Okay, and let's see what we got. I got these off of Temu. So there's got to be, oh, that one matched. That one matched that. Let's see. Okay, we've got a blue one here. Does that match that or is that too bluey? Nope, don't like it. So I'm just going to go through these and, okay, this one's kind of pretty. No, don't like that. Yeah, so I try not to duplicate the fonts. That's what I was trying to say was, but we can actually pull one out for this. So let me put these aside for a second. I'm going to grab one of these, which also came from Temu. And I go like this so that I can kind of browse them really fast. Okay, I like this one for this. There we go. So I usually pick about 5 or 6 pieces is what I put in the others just to I thought it was a good weight and good consistency to it. Kind of like this one. Yeah, I like this one for that. Okay. Oh, I didn't pick one out for this. But this one already has flowers. So I would be duplicating it with the florals. So I'm not going to do that. So my system is kind of like no system, which means I just try to do some random pieces, but also stay within the same color tones or same color family. All right, I have these. This is kind of neat. Kind of like that for this. See, same color tonals. See, like this wouldn't work for this or this because it's too dark, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. But I do have these. So kind of like, I don't know if I like that for that. No, don't like that for that. Okay. I have other pieces here. I have these shiny bits. I might, okay, if I get for that. These are kind of small, so they definitely be up front. Kind of like that. I'm just kind of randomly. So whenever you're putting these together, guys, you don't. Oh, there's a blue. I kind of like that. Do I like that better than? I do. I like that better. So you just kind of experiment with what you got in your stack, and you don't really question. Oh, this one's pretty. It's got gold in it. See? Yeah. So try to blank your mind a little bit as you're going through your pieces and just kind of relax. This is actually kind of fun to just put together. I mean, look, I've already got 5 pieces for this stack right here. I have 4 for this one and 4 for this one. So, and I barely even touched my stash. That's kind of sad. I have so much in here to go through. Oh, look, this one's gorgeous with the little birds on it. I like this. Bird. Oh, I think it goes there. That has to go there. See? Blink my mind and I know exactly where to put it. It's a larger version of what I had earlier, but it doesn't really flow well with that. I do have this brown. I have this texture-y paper. Some texture is good too in here. Okay, I think we'll put some texture with that. This one should go. I may switch those out. I don't know. That may be. Yeah, these are coming together quickly, guys. I'm barely having to do anything here. I got some pretty paper, so we could put that up front. That might match that. Man, I could just sit here all day and make these. And like I said, they just go so fast. Let's start with the next step. I don't know if I got enough. They're because I added a couple thin pieces on this. It doesn't feel like there's enough here to really. Let me stack them and see if it feels like it's heavy enough, guys. Yeah, I think that I could actually do a couple more on this pack. Let's see what I have. I gotta have something in here that's interesting. This is also a good place to put your mixed media pieces. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I'm having a problem with this bit. This bit doesn't feel like it's joining well with the others, so I'm going to take that bit out. I may put that bit in. I got some more. I got some orange, but obviously that doesn't match. Doesn't match. I got the silver. Actually, I think I like that on the back side of these silver sheets. Yeah, I think I like the back sides better on that. So we'll use one of those. I do have this gold piece. Oh, this one's all sparkly. No. Okay. Let's start with this one. I feel like it's done. I feel like I have enough pieces here to really jazz that up a bit. So we'll start with this one. I think this one needs cut down. Let me just do a kind of a test thing here. Yeah, and see, I'll cut this paper down to be able to match it. So I think that one is good. And let me check this one. Let's see. I really like that. I'm not sure I like this. Now, another thing was, as I showed you on the others, is to, whenever you're adding your papers, you could just add the same exact size. But I wanted to give it a little bit different look. I don't know. I don't know if I want to add this one or not. I'm thinking I do. I think it needs a punch of collar in there. So I'm thinking I'll add that. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of my way so I can cut. Okay, so to make this easier, I'm just going to use a ruler so I don't have to bring over my cutter. And I'm already going to just line this one up. I don't need all of these. I just needed the one on the back there. And I'm going to just line it up and tear it. Set that off to the side and the back side. There we go. Okay, so this one's ready to be, oh, sorry, put it up too high. This one's ready to be bundled together. So I'm just going to set that off to the side while I cut the other ones. Let's see, these ones all need to be cut down a little bit. Let's see. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the back one. I want this in the back, so I need this one to be just a little bit shy of that. So not too much, just a little. Okay. Straighten that up a bit. Yeah. You don't have to be exact either. Some raggedy ones would be good. Oh, and see, now these would be interesting to add as a band around them. So, okay, so this is this high. Now, I could have cut them all down, so like I did on the other, so that it's, but I like the different sizes, because sometimes we don't know what pocket we're going to be putting them in. Okay, so this one's a good height, but it needs to be cut down, I think, on the other side. I'm going to turn it this way. It needs to be a little bit so that it fits inside there. Okay. There we go. I think that's cool. And I can use that for something else as well. Yeah, I like that. What was next? This one. Actually, I don't know. Should this one should be here. It's already smaller too, so there we go. I apologize in advance if my hands look kind of cold. It's my furnace went out, and so I'm waiting on it to be repaired, and it's cold. It's very cold here, so it's taking a minute for them to fix it. I don't know why, but I guess they had to order a whole new furnace, which because my furnace was old, I guess, and they don't make the parts for it, because otherwise it was going to be a very simple fix, but not anymore. So yeah, so now we're waiting, and in the meantime we have these little tiny heaters that's heating up everywhere, and mostly the bedrooms. Okay, is this too tall? Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now I'm done with this one. I think I like that. I may cut off a little bit more on the top there. I'm not really sure. It doesn't always have to be matchy on the inside to where it's framed out. It doesn't always have to be that way. Sometimes it looks good if it's not. Okay, so we got one more here. Now this time I think this one is the smallest, and I want this to sit inside. So I'm going to start with it and build up from there. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this one off. I love doing these. I don't know why I haven't been making these for forever, because they're fun to make. I am enjoying showing you guys how to make these. There we go. Yeah, I like that. See, isn't that pretty? And there we go. Just going to put that one on the inside of there to give it a tropical look. And yep, like that. Now, I don't really care that this one is larger. I may, yeah. This needs to be a bit smaller. So let me change this one out. It needs to be a bit, that one needs to be a bit shorter. So it may have been too much. Let me see. I just go with kind of what's pleasing to the eye. And that's kind of what I was saying about seeing them on Etsy, was seeing them all bundled up was just so pleasing to my eyes that I was like, I want to buy right away, right? And I'm like, I have everything. Why do I want to buy more? Okay, so this one is done. I'd say that's done. It's not completely how I would prefer that, but I like the other ones. Okay, so the next part is the binding, because I don't even ink these. I know that's like really rough not inking these, but I don't even ink them. They are ready to go and be bound, and then whenever you go to use them in your journals, then you can come back and ink them and that way you can get the colors for your journal. Okay, so some binding things. I want to show you some different things that you can use, okay? So we got some baker's twine here, which is all tied up apparently. So we can use some of this. You can use anything. I enjoyed using the string. This one's kind of thicker, and it's called stranded cotton. And it's a little bit thicker than your normal sewing thread. So yeah, I have this green thread here that's like a baker's twine. That's what that is, but it's in green shade. So then I have this kind of thread. This stuff does not stay together. It's just a mess, but it works and it looks lovely whenever it's all wrapped up. So put that off to the side. You can also use, which we probably will, is I got some embroidery thread. I probably wouldn't separate the strands. I would use the strands for all 6 strands, how it comes. But yeah, we might use some of that. I can already see that this might look lovely on there. And I also have this, I'm not really sure what this is. It's some kind of trim. So we might use this. This would look lovely with that blue. So I'm going to set it over there. I also got some of this thread that's like for knitting or sewing, or not sewing, knitting or crocheting. It's like, this is boho, right? But I also have this one that's also very similar, but this one is metallic. And this would look lovely all wrapped around these as well. Not sure these are the right color. Well, that might match that. The red might not. I also have some eyelash trims. And I thought those would look interesting with it. So yeah, you can just pull out some threads out of your stash. What I found the best look was the multi-layered look, or the multi-wrapped. Let me bring back some of the ones I showed you earlier. For instance, this is just this thread here, but it's wrapped several times around. You can see it in the back. You can see how many times I've wrapped it. And that's what gave that really pleasing look to that. And then I'm going to show you this one. This one was a combination of some cording and some embroidery thread. That's what this yellow is the embroidery thread. And I thought that came out lovely because it was all, as you can see on the back, also, it was only wrapped once and tied, but because I used multiple threads, it made it look like it was multiple wrapped. Okay, so let's start, shall we? I want to start with this blue because I already feel like I really, really like this piping right here. Or, what do I call this? Some kind of binding. Okay, trim, that's what I call this. So what I do was whenever I start, I usually leave enough length to tie the bow on the front. So then I just place it right here. And I hold that in the middle and leave that off to the side, and we'll tuck it back in a minute. And then I just wrap it around as many times as I want, usually 2, and then I hold it and come back up to the top and wrap. And then I just keep wrapping it around till I get it to where I want it. One more might hurt. There we go. Okay. And then I cut it with making sure I'm leaving enough. I forgot my scissors. I'm making sure I'm leaving enough to tie the bow. There we go. And then I tuck this. I make sure that this end is tucked under right here. There we go. And I slide these all together. That way it creates like this cross platform. Let me see. I'm just going to tie it into a knot like that. Oops, I pulled it a little bit too tight. Be careful of pulling it too tight. There we go. And then I'm just going to tie it into the bow. Okay. There we go. Isn't that cute already? Okay. But they're not done yet. But yes, that's already really cute. And part of the packaging is already done. They do slide around a bit because they aren't the same size. If they were the same size, they would be held a lot more sturdy. But I think that this is cute already. Let's try another one. Okay, so with this one, I actually, yeah, I like it this way. All right, I cut it to be up and down. I don't know why I did that. Let's try the baker's twine, guys. Let's see. I wouldn't mind doing the double one, like, so I can show you. No, I'm going to do that double one on that one, I think. I got some kind of knot happening here. There we go. This stuff's a mess. Okay. Actually, yeah, I think this needs a bit of green, or a, you know, I could have put white on there. I might come back and put white on that blue. That would look pretty, the eyelash trim. Yeah, this definitely needs something extra. So I think, would this yellow match? No. Well, it does have a bit of yellow in it, but I don't think so. I'm going to use that in this string. Where did I put the string? There it is. I'm going to use some of this. If I can find the end. Sorry, guys. It's a mess. My strings are a mess. They all live in the same container, and they all get wrapped around each other. Plan on doing something about that soon. But for now, they share their own space. Okay, I want to make sure I'm getting enough, so I'm just going to match them up like this next to each other and keep going until I think I got the desired length. See, there's more string. I don't know where this string is coming from. Here we go. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. We're just going to keep going until I think I've got enough. If I have extra, that's no big deal for me. I'll just keep wrapping it or something. Okay, so then I'm going to snip these two together. I actually wouldn't mind a third collar. Yeah, maybe I need a third collar. Let me see what the third collar should be. I think I will go ahead and do the eyelash trim. It's there, right? Could do the white. Let's do the white eyelash trim. Yeah, let's do the white one, or cream. I guess this is more cream than white, isn't it? Okay, so we'll do this because I really didn't like that yellow. Okay, and there we go. Just stretch that back out, and I'll just snip them all at the exact same time right here. There we go. Now you could tie the ends together into a knot, which actually, let's go ahead and do that so I can show you. So I'm just going to tie them into a little knot right here on the end so that whenever we go to wrap them, they all stay together. Make sure I got all three. I did. Just like that. So that'll look really cute whenever I go to tie them. I'm not going to tie the other end just yet because I'm not sure if I need the whole thing. So I'll wait to tie the last knot. Okay, get these situated. Leave the gap for the bow at the end. like that. If you want a bow, you don't have to go for a bow. Okay, wrap around. And actually this time I think I'm going to stick this under right now. I'm going to stick it under and pull this through. Yeah, and that's another thing. It just doesn't have to be completely in the middle. You can be at the top if you want. Okay, got plenty, so I'm just going to keep going. Okay, oops, that didn't work out. Let me try this again. Blooper, let me try it again. I didn't like that thread being under there at all. So let me take this. Stay together, guys, stay together. There we go. Okay, so I actually undid myself. Let me tighten these pieces back up. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm going to come back around and then hold it and go up. Try not to pull it too tight. All right, that should be plenty right there. Yeah. All right, and then I think I'm going to try going underneath on this side. I think that'll work. Let me try it. Underneath. If it doesn't, then another blooper right there. Now I'll tie this into a bow. Kind of hard to see. I shouldn't have added the eyelash trim. It's hard for you guys to see what I'm doing. Okay. All right, that looks good. Let me go ahead and add the bow. All right. All right, where's my knot? I think my knot went up and there it went. Okay. Grabbing a hold of these is difficult when you don't know quite where they're at. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to knot this end so that it also is in a knot to keep these from flaying everywhere, so that if you do untangle them and re-knot them, there we go, and I mean re-tie this, you can they're all together, so they're not going to fall apart. All right, is that not so cute? That is so cute. Yeah, that's adorable. And we got one more here to do. Sorry, that one took so long. That eyelash trim was not easy for me to show you guys how to do it. And you know what? I did forget a few pieces, so we'll come back in a minute. Oh, wait, I know I didn't forget. I'm going to do that. Show you guys all at once. Okay, never mind. I didn't forget. Okay, so let's start on this one, guys. And I'm just going to do the same thing, but I think I really want this crazy boho look. Oops, let me pull that off to the side. So let's just, yeah, let's just use this boho. That's what it said was boho. I think I like it. Okay, we'll do the same thing. Leave enough for a bow. And then wrap it around. This time, yeah, I'm going to go twice and then up. Sorry, I had to unravel it from the, oops, that paper is not sturdy in the back. Maybe I should add another. Let me quickly add a different paper in the back. That is not sturdy enough for this boho. Let me just grab one. I'll just grab one. Okay, so I just added this onto it, and I don't think I even need to cut it. I think it's fine just how it is. So let's wrap this up so I can see what this will look like. Two, and hold it with my thumb, go up to the top, down. And remember, I said you can wrap it as many times as you want. So if you only want that much, That's cute. Or you could go for the 3, like this. I think I want the, now I think I'm going to go with the 2. I'm going to go backtrack and go with 2. So I'm going to cut this about right here. Here we go. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to, oops, tuck this one under. Get kind of a cross look. That way, whenever I tie it, hopefully, guys, I'm still in frame. I hope so. There we go. There. Isn't that cute? Okay, now we'll just do our little bow. There we go. Just added our cute little bow, and I got excess here, so I'm just going to trim some of that off. All right, now for some a few extra piece elements. We got 3 different looks going on for sure. So some of the extra elements we could add, I have them here. We could add a piece of from a doily. That would be cute. Oh, I could have tied that inside there. That would have been adorable. I may do that. I don't know. We have this one that's like an applique. I kind of like this for this. I think I might just, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tuck it inside like that. It just gives that little tiny extra element right there. I think that's cute. I also have these ones that came from a doily. Okay, this one looks nice. Oh, this one definitely goes over here. I'm just going to tuck it under. Like, oops, tuck, tuck, there we go. You just barely see it, but it's just enough of a pop. Okay, I kind of like this one for this, but I don't actually need it because I really like this one. Okay, I think I'm going to leave this one alone. I'm not going to add anything. All right, now the other thing we can do is we can add some flowers. I have these. Oh, there's a blue one right there. I see it. I'm going to grab it. Okay, so we have these came from Temu as well, just some stickers. But these are great to just tuck in without even putting them down. So I didn't even take the backing off or anything. So isn't that pretty? Yeah, I like that whole look. I think that would be adorable tucked inside of a pocket. If you opened your journal and saw this pack, you could take this out. You can use the stickers and this to decorate and journal. And yeah, so that's really interesting. I'm gonna set that one off the side. Okay, this one. Okay, so I got a boho one going on over here. Maybe some yellow. Just gonna throw some down. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, this one's pretty. I kind of like that one. You could use die cuts. This would be another great place for die cuts. Okay, I like that one. Oops. I do have these purples. Oops. You're not in the wrong spot there, lady. My flowers are ladies. Okay. Oh, I like that lavender. I think the lavender. I wish the lavender was bigger. Okay, I'm just gonna sit these off to the side. Oh, this one's bigger, but I might use that one. Sorry, I'm gonna put these off to the side so that they're not in my way later. Okay, so which ones did I like? I'm just gonna test them out and kind of see. I kind of like it peeking out like that. And maybe this one in the front. Oops. Tuck up there. Yeah, give that dimension. I think I like this pop of purple, but I really wish that it was bigger. See, isn't that pretty? Oh, you know what? This one will be good down here. Nope, that doesn't match. Those don't match. I like matchy matchy. I can't help it. Put that one away. Maybe this one will match up here. There we go. Okay, so I like that look. Did I like those better? No, I really like that softness. Okay, so I'm going to hold them up so you can see each one. Ooh, that one would have been good. No, okay, enough choices. Okay, so here is the blue one we just finished. And another thing, I didn't get them out, but you can add charms to these, to your strings to really add some extra elements and extra bling. You can bling these out, and like I said, you can easily ink the edges of these if you wanted that look. And here's this one. I think that one came out lovely. I would buy this if I saw it on Etsy. I'd be like, yes, I have to have that. And I'd be like, why? But we don't often ask the why. But yeah, I love that. I love that look. It doesn't have a lot of bulk to it. Well, this one kind of does because I added the extra bling, but it's still pretty flat. It's still pretty flat. And then I just made this one, and you can see the poppy flowers are just kind of sticking out there, and they're so cute. And you can use them, you know, to pull this whole pack out and just take it with you for the day and journal for the day. I think that's really interesting. I'm going to show you the other ones again, just to throw them all out there. This one's kind of falling apart. So actually, this one has fallen apart the most. So if you were to do this one, I would find a way to tack these together just a little bit more, because I only went around this way. I didn't go this way, and these things are falling out left and right. So I would probably immediately put these into your journal, or I would add the extra element to hold them together. It is cute this way though. And then we have this one that has the butterfly. Oh, see, a die cut. There's a die cut butterfly right there with the flowers that I added. And see, and then this one with the, see, this one I didn't make a bow with. That was the other thing. This one I used two different, I forgot. This one I used black and then a brown cord. So I used two different colors of cord on this one in two different ways. This one I didn't tie a bow at all. And then of course this one, I used that twine thread, and this is still my favorite, I think. I don't know, that blue one that we made together might be my favorite now. So I hope you guys enjoyed making these with me. I know that it didn't take long, but they are fun to make, and you can make a whole bunch of them all at once, and they are adorable, and they fit perfectly into our journals, and we didn't have to go out and buy them. We just made them ourselves. So thank you guys for joining me today. Have a blessed day.